December 2019, guard, studying the guard, okay? So just some basic fundamentals right now about the guard before we talk about arm bars and triangles. Okay, so most of jiu-jitsu, right? High-level jiu-jitsu is 80% guard, right? When you guys first start as white belts and blue belts, you won't spend as much time in the guard. You'll either pass or you'll hold and stall out. It just kind of, you'll have these other positions, these more classical positions, if you will be represented a lot more in your jiu-jitsu. There'll be one person that's clearly dominant and one person that's clearly not dominant. As you advance, you're either going to have a guard passer or a guard player, right? It's very important that all guard work kind of starts from closed guard. You might get rid of closed guard pretty soon. By the time you're white belt, blue belt, it might start to disappear. I didn't do a lot of closed guard for a long time, but it's important to understand. Closed guard also serves as a way to kind of clinch with your partner, like a boxing clinch, kind of stall things out if you're overwhelmed. For self-defense, closed guard is also very important for the same reason. So from here, we have to understand that there's three main things that are going on with closed guard. One, where we have a partner that's on his knees. Two, we have a partner that stands up, and our legs now start to open. Or, three, come back down. We have a partner that stands up, and as he stands up, his head stays lower than his hips, and we can still have access to his upper body intact. So there's three positions, essentially, that we're working with, okay? So this month, we're going to cover how do we deal with those situations. So again, knees, stand up, legs come open, come back down. Or he stands up and his head remains down, okay? When his head remains down, it's very similar to how he's on his knees. We can attack him in similar capacities. Okay, other things we need to think about a guard. When we're playing from our guard, one thing that many jiu-jitsu schools neglect is the idea of standing up, okay? Half of our actions from the guard should be the attempt to stand up. We don't have to be successful, but as long as we're trying to stand up, it opens up the windows for the other two things that happen for the guard, which are sweeps, turning your partner over, or submissions. So, if I simply sit here with Nelson, and I only offer him threats of submission or sweep, he sits back on his heels, he keeps his hands in like this, and does nothing. But now if I introduce the idea of scooting away and coming up and standing up, Nelson has to come in and engage with me. As he comes in and engages with me, I have a chance to entangle his body, because this is now a reaching activity, right? His elbows are away from his body, his neck is extended, right? Maybe he's elevated off his butt, now there's gaps around his legs, so now there's opportunity to attack. But if I simply focus on sweeps and submissions and don't have the threat of standing up, he stays kind of cocooned up, and if it's time or whatever, he just bides his time and he wins, okay? I've experienced this firsthand. This is why I'm telling you guys not to do this. Okay, so one other thing, right? One thing people don't realize about the closed guard is they always do all this fighting with the upper body. They only just squeeze the crap out of their partner with their lower body. You have to understand that your legs close together are extremely powerful. I can move Nelson laterally, forward, backwards. I can do all this. As I play closed guard, and if I don't have good upper body entanglements, I should constantly be off balancing my partner, even if it's complete nonsense. Okay? I might have no intention, I might not understand what about jiu-jitsu at all, but at the same time, I can never let this guy be comfortable. So I'm pushing and moving, and I might not even know what to do with the hand that just got placed on the mat, which is never a good thing, by the way. The top player should never put their hand on the mat, right? We all know this, hopefully. Or Nelson knows this, right? So the idea that I'm moving him forward and placing his hands on the mat are now present opportunities for me. But I might not even understand that at a base level. But if I'm doing this, this is hard. Nelson, try to stand up now. Stand up. Okay. See how it takes a little longer. And also when he stands up, I lean my hips into the leg that stands up. Now that one stood up. Now the other one has to come up. So look, I push my hips down. See how I'm See how this is, he's still going to stand up. You know, I'm much heavier than Nelson. He's still going to be able to stand up. I'm not saying I can prevent him from standing up by using my legs. But what I can do is I can slow things down and I can off balance him long enough to implement these attacking strategies. Okay? All right, that was a lot. So you might want to clip that one off right there, because